Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Fresh out of bed, man. Fresh out of bed. Woke up, feeling good. It's Friday morning. I think what I'm here to tell everybody about is just how those credit score scam companies all charge me at once. I tell y'all I was trying to apply for apartments and stuff like that. And every time I go to Craigslist, look for something in my range, I'd apply for it, get emails sent back to me and texts sent back to me saying, hey, can you come in today? How soon can you move in? All of this like they're actually interested in selling an apartment or renting an apartment. And then after you agree to come down there, get a date set up appointment, they hit you with the there's one more thing, and then proceed to say you must sign up with our credit company, have your credit run, pay $1, but you can do it for free, but it's not really free. It's $1. And after 7 days, if you don't remember that you paid this $1, they're going to start charging you monthly like their damn cell phone bill or something. I had four of these companies. 4 times I got caught in that stupid stuff before I realized, yo, smart person, smarten up. Just stop allowing these people to do this to you. 4 times. 2 of which I was able to cut off before they charged me. 2 of which I forgot about and they charged me this morning. A total of $60. 2 credit companies that were scams. Both of them were just scams, bro. One of which I was able to get a refund for. The other, they said they will have it within 3 to 5 days. Maybe they'll send it by way of account. Maybe they'll send a check. In other words, just like everybody else who scams everybody right now, it's not that we want to keep your money. We hope you forget about it. But if for some reason you don't forget about it, we can hold on to it for a while while we figure out how we can get this same money from somebody else the same way. It's a scam, fam. And they are running it like crazy on Craigslist. And these credit running score companies, I don't know if they're in on it or not, but it seems like the goal is to snatch $40 from everybody who applies. You know, snatch $1 for certain. But if they forget and they're too lazy to call in and demand a refund, and they're too lazy to call in and get it cut off, and they don't pay attention to their accounts, you can take money from them forever and they'll never notice, especially if they're rich. You got check your accounts for anything like that, ladies and gentlemen. If any one of y'all who follow me have had your credit run in the past and you're not somebody who checks your accounts, or you got millions and millions of whatever the hell you got and you don't really keep up with your dollars, chances are you probably got more than one company that's doing this to you. More than one. Where they just taking a little bit of money from your account, maybe a couple of dollars, maybe $20, something you're probably not going to notice, and they're doing it all the time. You're not going to even, it's happening a lot. And the only reason why it even happened is because I was able to receive something from my family that blessed me with it. Normally ain't no money in that account to snatch, which is what ended up being one of the problems with one of the credit score companies, which is why I didn't call them within the 7 days. Yesterday, this was the situation with a specific credit company. They had showed me by way of what they had on their app that they could not use my card. The reason why is because they pulled this bullcrap in the past, tried to run to scam in regards to cashing out on my credit, on my account, and there wasn't nothing in there for them to snatch. A couple of times of that happening, and they just said, you know what? We can't use this person's account because there's never any money for us to sneak in there and take every damn month. So we're going to put a hold on his card, and next time he tries to run anything with our company, that's the first thing he's going to see when he looks at our app. They're going to say, no, you can't run nothing. You got to use a different card. We have put a hold on this particular account because we can't run nothing from it. So in that situation, I realized, oh, okay, they cannot charge me because they put a hold on my account. So obviously there was nothing ever there for them to snatch. They can't snatch nothing now. That was my thinking. Wrong. Whatever they said in regards to the credit, the card itself being on the hold had nothing to do with them being able to connect to your account and snatch money from you this go round when they told you they couldn't run nothing, even though they somehow ran it. And that was another thing. So with this particular company, apparently the moment that they told me they couldn't bill my account, when they showed that on the screen, they billed me $1. They billed me $1 somehow, even though they said they couldn't run my card. They charged me at that moment. Yeah, that's what I ended up finding out, because I checked that the time on the transaction, the $1 transaction, and it was the exact same time that I applied for them initially last week or 2 weeks ago for the second time when they told me, since the first time you ran with us, maybe however long it was ago, we know better than to deal with you again. I'm like, okay, cool. Since you know better than to deal with me again, I ain't got to call y'all 7 days from now to cut it off. I ain't got to worry about y'all taking $1 from me. I'm not going to have my connection to your company. Well, apparently the connection was to the company. And as soon as there was some money in there, they snatched it. So all of that is a little confusing. But the point is, they had dealt with me before. And they knew better than to try this with me. Because there ain't nothing in their account ever. And that is ultimately what changed, and that is why I wake up this morning and seeing money snatched from my account from credit companies that I do not want to do business with, that I only signed up with because I was looking for something that was not actually there. And that's exactly what I told their representatives. I'm like, look, bro, I got scammed. And I'm pretty sure every third person that calls you is getting scammed, because that's the only thing your company's really doing right now. I don't know who actually wants to sign up with your company, but chances are we're being forced into signing up with your company because we have to have our credit run, and this is the only process that they will allow us to submit that information, which is why you're in on the scam companies, because the only way that they have a bridge to scam us is if they're shooting us to you. So it seems like the only person here that actually benefits from any of this is you, credit companies, creditscore.com, identity theft, and all these different crab ass companies that don't do anything at all but coerce people into being monthly subscribers loosely against their own will. Loosely, because they do tell you have 7 days, but then they may also tell you that they can't charge you, so you probably think you can't, or have no reason to call them in regards to 7 days from them, etc., etc. They got your money until you realize, just like every one of these damn companies, including T-Mobile, all you gotta do is ask them to stop taking money from you. Hey, can you stop taking the fees? Put a hold on those fees. Hold on, we'll put you on hold for 10 minutes while we go ask somebody who probably isn't even there if we can do something that we're supposed to do for you, since none of this is supposed to be done at all. It's like, yo, knowledge is what they actually take advantage of, people's lack of it. If you don't have any idea that you have a right, that's what they're using against you, and they'll allow you to give your soul away, your body away, everything. So long as you don't know, you don't have to. Now, once you start holding them accountable for it, just like everything else in this country, oh, so you have a lawyer? Oh, so you're going to take steps to hold me accountable for doing this to everyone, not just you, and you care about someone other than yourself, so you're going to share this information with everyone else so we can't scam everybody else? Oh, in that case, since you're unselfish in nature, let us adhere to you, because you're smart enough to tear us down. And so that is what I am. Smart enough to tear them down, and in a space where I can suggest others do the same. Listen, if you happen to have a connection to any of those companies, check your bank, call them up, and get your refund. They're scammers. The whole damn thing is garbage. There's 100 of them. You don't need to run your credit that way. So put these idiots out of business. Enough. They're trying to scam nothing but poor people. People they know don't even have good credit scores. They're trying to take money from to decrease our credit even further. Because exactly what happens there. So they're supposed to be a credit support company, but actually they're taking money from you behind your damn back. So what does that do to your credit? No regulations to stop this nonsense, huh, America? You don't care. I wonder which insurance companies are attached to these credit companies that you happen to have your hands in. Nothing gets past you unless you want it to, America, and you know I know it. So that's pretty much that. Oh, and by the way, the bank they were saying they couldn't run the transaction from, it's a government-assisted bank, man. It's a government bank. So all of this is just like, yo, everybody tells me I'm supposed to be happy about everything that goes on. If I don't like this country, I need to just leave it and all these different things. But are we going to get better at some of these things that are not so good? Or are we just going to turn the other cheek and say everything that we get, we're supposed to put up with because it used to be so bad? And it could be better, but it's not better yet. So let's just keep on going with the slow progress, as if we're supposed to still be settling for slow progress in all these different aspects of life. I'm tired of slow progress, fam. I'm tired of slow progress. Everything in this damn country is slow progress except for making money. Everybody else want to be, everything is slow except for these crab ass scammers who getting fast money from us. That progress fast as hell. But everything that has to do with the human rights and circumstances that make people have better lives outside of the capitalistic process of chasing money, nah, nobody gives a damn about that. Nah, we're gonna have slow progress on that. Anything that's going to make people's lives better, slow progress. Anything that's going to make it so that the few can rise to the top with their ambition and their talent, that's what we rolling with. We like that. And I'm telling you, that's garbage. It's been garbage. It stays garbage. It doesn't account for many, many things, and it allows for so much corruption. So that's what's on my mind as I wake up in the damn morning. As soon as I get a couple of dollars to address my problem, I start realizing who all has their hands in my pocket unjustly. That's what I end up finding out. And if anybody's wondering, that is one of several reasons why I made sure there was never any money in the damn account. Companies like the credit guys and Amazon and Apple, and these companies take all kinds of, Apple more so. For Amazon, they're kind of consistent. Apple, you don't know what the hell they're taking from you. And you best believe your app, the music app, is going to be bugged. Nah, it's going to be bugged. Every time they update it, it gets harder and harder to use. And you guys hear me talk about this at least once a month. At least once a month. I've had days where I had to spend 10 to 16 hours on a playlist that should only take about an hour, when I'm spending $5 a month, $7 a month, $9 a month, $12 a month. Now, mind you, these are different months. I'm saying a month, but these are different months. Because you don't know what the hell they're going to take from you, but you damn sure know you're going to struggle with the service. Enough. Drop these people on their heads. Enough. Apple, you're awful. I'm letting you know, $1 trillion company or not, you treat people horribly as it pertains to that particular aspect of your business, and I'm tired of it. As an Android user who's been using Apple Music's app for a long time, I'm telling you, Apple Music's app is meant, absolutely meant to take money from you and give you less than what you're asking for. That's what it is. So at this point in time, I'm letting everybody know what I'm tired of. And what I'm tired of is companies taking money from us when they know we are not on top of it. That is a business model that is it's robbing us while we're distracted. And they know we're distracted because there's plenty of distractions that we often talk about. How the hell am I thinking about a credit company that I signed up for 2 months ago for an apartment I didn't get? Now all of a sudden I've been billed $60, $120. And America allows this to happen. We got old guys up there who can't even open their damn mouth running the country while this type of stuff is going on. I don't like what I see, man. I don't like what I see. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really comes down to. We need real leadership in this country. We need real leadership in our neighboring countries. And we need more leadership all over the world in regards to various things that have not been updated, particularly in the world we're in, with technology being 100% of what it is that we funnel all of our business through. Because of this, there's a lot going on that is sleeping through the cracks. It's a lot of misdirection with the people that we think are on our side, allowing certain things to come through the back door that ultimately messes us up. I'm telling you, that's a big thing that's going on right now. Gatekeeping in a different way. We talk about gatekeeping as it pertains to celebrities and all of that. No, we talk about gatekeeping as it pertains to who they allow to reach you with their ill intentions, however they go. It could be a scam. It could be some nefarious psychological debt collecting, all these different things. How they let their energy get to you by way of them letting it happen. T-Mobile. Why in the hell was I able to get 60 calls a day? 60 scam calls a day until I signed up for your scam shield, and I haven't seen one since. I haven't seen one since. My coworker that I used to work with said, B, why don't you just sign up for Scam Shield? It's free. Well, if it's free, why don't I have it? So I sign up for Scam Shield, and all of a sudden I ain't getting no more calls. No more. When I was getting 60 a day. Fam, you gonna tell me that's not y'all calling? You're gonna tell me those are not T-Mobile representatives or people that they are connected to harassing us so that we'll sign up for different aspects of their service? Am I crazy for thinking that? And sometimes people call them and they wouldn't even say anything. I would ask them what it is they want me to answer, and they would hang up in my face. They're not there to ask questions. They're there to harass, to be yet another person that harasses you. To do what? To get me to do something. And this is what it is. I'm tired of y'all. I'm telling you. And I'm using my voice against you. I don't care if I'm stepping on somebody's bag. I don't care if it's 444 people who are going to actually listen to what I'm saying and act upon it. If you do better, I'll tell them to pay for what it is you're selling. If you don't do better, I'll tell them to stop. And that's what it is, man. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. There's no company I'm not willing to speak on. None of them. Nobody. So know that. Everybody's safe if everybody's acting on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to get the wrath of the voice. If everybody's speaking and doing the way they're supposed to be doing, man, I got a lot of love in my heart, but I have a lot of defense. A lot of defense for stuff that I think is nefarious in nature. A lot of defense up for stuff that I think is looking to insult my intelligence and snatch from my lifeblood. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm here to say. That's the type of time I'm on this Friday morning. I hope I'm not ruining anybody's morning, but I'm fighting for you, not against you. If you're what it is that we're dealing with here. If you're on this level and you're getting kicked around by people like this, companies like this, that know you don't have a lot, that want to hold that against you while taking so much from you in the process, yeah, we're going to fight these people. We're going to fight them. We're going to fight them, bro. And what they have to understand, what everybody has to understand is this. There's a concept in my mind that I'm not afraid of, and it is sacrifice. Sacrifice. As I said already, they're going to use your ambition and your greed against you, and your self-preservation and the quality of your life against you. Because you must keep your lifestyle at a certain level, they're going to be able to do all the things that they do because you will not compromise that. You won't sacrifice. And I'm telling you, I am. Been sacrificing. Been living hard as hell for my standards for the last 3 years because I've been trying to fight corruption. And anybody who knows that knows what I'm about. AMC, I'm fighting a good fight. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not afraid. Not only am I not afraid, but I think the Lord put me on this earth to fight these type of fights. So whatever happens in regards to fighting those type of fights, as far as I can tell, is blessed. So I ain't going to stop talking in that regard. I'll be fair. I'll always come back and say, yo, I was wrong this, I was wrong that. I've done it before, I'll do it again. But in this, I know I'm not. And that's why I speak with confidence. So I want everybody to understand. Check your accounts. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you like what I'm talking about or not. I don't care if you're on the wrong side of what it was we're talking about. You probably got somebody in your pocket too. Check your accounts. And if you work for one of those companies, just like I told the dude I was speaking to yesterday, you may want to look for another job. If you work for one of them credit score companies, or you work for one of these companies that have nefarious energy that they're pressing upon the American public, the energy toward those companies is going to change now. We're tired of that. Find your exit strategy. They're going down, or they're going to change what they have to do. It's going to cost some money, and they're going to end up cutting you out. I'm telling you, I know how this goes. I know how this goes. I know exactly how this goes. I'm not saying I'm pushing this. I'm saying if I feel this way, there are about 3,000 or 4,000 people who feel this way as well. And that's going to turn into 3 million. That's going to turn into 4 million once the voice of suggestion starts hitting their ears. And that's exactly what this is. So, I'm telling y'all, cover your backside, man. Stop treating people poorly. There's going to be more and more people who are going to step up and say, we don't care about what it means to us that we speak against you, because you're not going to do this to nobody else after us. Period. God can stop my heart right now, and everything I would have wanted to do, I would have been like, damn, I was too afraid to do it. Oh my God, I was so afraid to speak out against them because I thought what, and I didn't even have no time. And that's how I live. I don't even know if I have any time to say anything else. So I'm not going to be afraid of anybody silencing me for things that must be said. So, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I'm going to go somewhere, smoke a little weed, unwind, come down from this frustration. I want to thank my family once again for sending me what it is that was sent to me. Not only because it pertains to helping me, but also giving me an avenue for which to realize who all has a damn hand in my pocket and to get the hell rid of them. Also, on the good side of things, like I said, it's a good stuff. Temu is a good app, man. A friend of mine put me up on Temu a long time ago. I remember telling you guys about Temu. We helped, me and my homegirl Kay helped a young lady get 2 porcelain dolls for her daughter by way of Temu. Well, I never checked the app after that. But the app got a lot of affordable stuff. And when it comes to art supplies, I found some of the stuff that I was buying on Amazon for $25 for like $15, $10. And so that's what I want to tell y'all. They getting Amazon the hell up out of here if people get a hold of them and their prices, so long as they don't raise those prices. They will they will get up on the market just by way of those prices. So yeah, that's what I want to tell people, man. If you're looking for stuff that you often find on Amazon, you can find a bootleg, lesser brand version on Temu. And from what I understand, their quality has been great. And other people who've used it. This is gonna be my first time. I'm just buying art supplies. That's it. Art supplies and maybe some soap. We'll see if I can find glycerin soap somewhere other than Amazon, because they want to pay you double the price to have it shipped to your house. And the glycerin soap that I'm looking for, you cannot find in the stores. So I gotta find something else. I've been using Pears. As I told you guys, I got some real serious skin issues, so I can't use regular detergent, can't use regular soap. So it's like, I'm looking for somewhere I can find some damn soap, and if Temu got the soap, they're gonna have my business forever. So that's really what it is. I can't find it nowhere else. But yeah, man, that's what I want to tell people, man. People like, and I'm not really against Amazon as much. I have had good service with Amazon, but they're just like everybody else. They want to keep their hand in your pocket with a subscription. There's their Prime that keeps everything priced low. But anytime you don't have that Prime coming out of your account every month, whatever it's gonna be, $8, $5, whatever it is, suddenly they want to have you pay for full shipping on everything you buy. And it's like, yo, these type of little agreements that are supposed to be in place to take money from behind my back, whether I'm using you or not, yeah, that's getting the hell up out of here. All of that is over for me. I'm getting all of that out of my life. It ain't about how much money I got. It's about people having their hands in my damn pockets. It's the psychology of it all. You know what I mean? I'm a mind person. I have mental health issues. I don't like certain stuff. I reject certain energies. You keeping your hand in my pocket when I'm not using you is a problem for me. Insurance, all of these type of scams. I don't like none of it. You get paid when I need you. If that's not the business model, then I know you're doing some nefarious stuff somewhere in there that shouldn't be. Companies have been able to stay wealthy and keep the wealth gap separated between us and them because of stuff like this for years and years and years, and will continue to because of it. I'm telling you, this is stuff that's not good for us. It's not good for us. Us, not good for us. You know what I'm talking about. No. Certain stuff is not in place to make things convenient for you. It's to make damn sure that there is a significant wealth gap forever. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to see it, but I do. So this is what it is, man. I don't know if they're teaching this stuff in school or not, because I didn't go. I'm going to be honest with you. I stayed away from school because I didn't like human training courses. And my anxiety coupled with the way that I see the world, I didn't want certain things in my head, even from jump. I wanted my own frequency and algorithm. Since I was a small child, I kind of thought that way. It's like, you know what? I don't know what these people are doing. I don't know why they have me in this little room trying to teach me all this stuff. You know, from my personal experience, before I got to school, I went through something traumatic, so I was already standoffish about just about every damn thing that wasn't my mother. So when it came down to school, it was like, yo, I'm sensing something here. I'm sensing something here that nobody's talking about. And it is, we want to train you to think, move, and go a certain way, live, worship, and be a certain way. We want to tell you this. We want to have you chant. We want to do all this. And I'm telling you, as a child, I just looked at that. And I said, they want me to be a certain way so they can do certain things that I'm not supposed to detect. And I'm telling you, as long as I stay far away from them while staying in touch with what they know, I can keep that frequency while still being able to do the things that they do. And that's how I thought as a child. I'm like, man, I need the information they have, but I don't want to go through the process that they're giving us to learn it, because it's all uniformed, and nothing about us is uniform. God didn't make us uniform. He made us unique. So why is the human training course uniform? Just seemed primitive to me. From birth, I've been thinking this way. Since I was smart enough to walk around, I've had some version of this in my heart and head. And so it's like, man, that's why I tell people I speak with confidence, because the Lord has made me different. He made me different because he wanted me to do something, to say something a certain way to a certain type of people while they're thinking a certain way that I'm not thinking. And that is exactly what I've grown myself into. This person, this is what it is. I don't have it right all the time, but I'm telling you, I'm always looking at something that I believe a good portion of humans is not. They don't have time to. They don't think like me. They're not going to be coming from where I'm coming from, and that's okay. I struggle with my life because of it, but what I'm not going to do is struggle with my voice, struggle with my purpose, and struggle with the plan. The plan is to keep on pointing out all of these guys. Whether or not it works out for me or not, I care more about the bigger picture in regards to what it's going to do for all of us. And so I encourage everybody to use your voice too. Of course, be as responsible as you can with it. But do not let these people continue to dupe all of us behind our backs while we're sitting back amused by the machine's spectacles. I'm sorry. No. No. You're going to hear from us. You're going to see that we don't like certain things. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to ask you to do some things differently. If not, we're going to withhold our money from you. We're going to cut off all of the stuff that you make so convenient for us every damn month, even though we really don't want nor need it. And we're going to live without it. And you're going to feel that. And you're going to make the changes necessary to get us back. Or you won't have us. That's what's required in every area of change as it pertains to this country and capitalism. If you don't touch their pockets, they're not going to make any changes. We got to teach the number of people how to value us properly. You hear me, NFL running backs? That is exactly what we need to do. And I'm telling you right now, as it pertains to that conversation, there's only one thing that's going to fix that. Running backs as a collective, the entire position, striking at once. It needs to happen. It must happen. It is the only happening. Everything else sets the price. And they can always say, well, that's what the market says. And it does. That's the evil of the economics itself. So what does the market need is to value what it is that is otherwise being devalued. And how does it do that? By having to live without it and making those who live without it incorporate that into the price. That's it. That's why you strike. It ain't deeper than that. It ain't emotional at all. It's making the market react to the absence of said position. It will have to work in what the true value is, which is what is not coming your way, because they don't have to incorporate you not being there. That's it. Problem solved. Strike their heads off. And if you don't do that as a collective, then they can always say, well, we can just replace you. They take anybody who wants to step over the damn picket line and take a job. Just like they did with the Ralph's strikes back in the day when I was a teenager. They just had people come in for double what they were paying the real strikers. Like, okay, it's gonna be a price hit, but we'll take it. And that's what often ends up happening, but they can't sustain that. They can never sustain that. One, because they don't have the best in place and they're doubling down on lesser product. You're paying double for lesser product in the process of the strike. It doesn't make sense for the numbers. The strikers win. That's why, and this is my loose understanding of their situation. I don't follow the NFL like that. But the Joe Mixon was that for this movement beforehand, though. But once he signed his contract for a lesser price, he told everybody else in the running back position to kiss his behind. It's all about me, and all of y'all gonna have to take the price that comes with that. Now, he probably didn't know that. He probably didn't understand the market like that, and his representatives probably should have explained that to him. But that is exactly what the market allows. For you to be what drags the entire field down by taking lesser price. This is what we talked about once in regards to LeBron James. He made it very clear that he would never take a pay cut for this exact reason, because he's the pinnacle. And if he takes less, everybody's being forced to take less because he dictates the market. So once I understood that concept, it's like, okay, so this is how you communicate with the market. If the market wants to marginalize me out of itself by way of the walls being closed in, as we talked about yesterday, they want to keep the kids from coming in at a certain time, therefore they don't get their money. Okay, cool. All of the running backs, past, who are coming, future, who are going to be coming in, like the Bijan Robinsons, you can't sign that contract, young fella, and he ain't going to know that. He's a baby. But he can't sign that contract. Why? Because now you're also doubling down on the fact that Mixon has told everybody he could take a lesser price, and you, being a new guy, who they value more because you're a new guy, which is what this whole thing is about. Hey, they're worn down. Just we would rather have the guys that haven't been worn down. So they're gonna sign Bijan Robinson to the highest running back tag in the game. Why? Because he is somebody they value more because of the usage that hasn't been on his legs. So it's important that he not let them do that. Remember we were talking about a little earlier about by way of what is allowed in by way of you? Yeah, Bijan Robinson and Mixon in this case are the guys that allowed the bad energy into the situation. Because if they don't confirm the market's price, the price ain't real. That's the thing. I don't care what the price says. It's the same thing we say about AMC and any other stock. It doesn't matter what the price says. It's about what you sell on. That's what the price say today. It's going to say something tomorrow different. If you sell on this, that's what you get. If you don't sell on this, you hold out, you're going to get a different price. I bet higher or lower, it's different. And so that's what it is. They locked in that price. Mixon and Robinson, the rookie, locked in that price for the rest of the running backs. And now they got to settle for less. The only way to fix this is for everybody who hasn't signed and everybody who's going to sign and everybody who plays that position as a whole, remove themselves from the NFL entirely. Fall on their sword, like I'm saying we would have to do in regards to certain things we don't get that makes our lives better, but we still have to sacrifice. This is what needs to happen now. Because otherwise you're waiting for the goodness of those who are in the position of positivity where the money's coming their way. You're waiting for them to have a heart for you. Good luck. That's what you're waiting for, running backs. You're waiting for those who you've bargained against collectively to now donate money to your cause is what you're asking for, which is why you need to strike, because they're never going to do that. It's not in their best interest to do that, and if the shoe was on the other foot, you would never do that. What you need to do is remove yourself from the equation so they have to need you, and then they'll pay whatever they need to keep you. It's just like we said about the Paul George, Kawhi Leonard acquisitions for the Clippers. They weren't going to get Paul George for 1 million picks. They were going to get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard for 1 million picks, because if they didn't get Paul George, they weren't getting Kawhi Leonard. So they had to pay for them both. Yes, this is the concept right there. So I'm telling people, that NFL situation, it ain't going to get better. It is the market dictating what's going on there. And just like I said, that is controlled by people who actually want certain things in place. They control the walls so they can make it so that the numbers say a certain thing. Oops, it just says it's just the number. Now you're controlling the walls. And so what you need to do is, if you're on the running back side of the game, recognize where they've controlled the walls and break that mechanism. You remove yourself. Teach the NFL that they cannot move this way with you. Because if they do, they don't have you. And if they don't have you, they don't have a game to play. You can try throwing the ball all over the field all day long, but if you don't have a running back, you are one-dimensional. And if you're one-dimensional in that league, you're out of here. You can't play. The game doesn't play. You don't run football without a running back. You're going to have fullbacks and wideouts and quarterbacks trying to run the ball. You don't have a sport without that position. They're hoping that running backs and everybody on that side of the situation will not come to the conclusion that they need to do this in order to get the money right. Get this right. But it's definitely what needs to happen now. And it's funny because like I said, striking, for me, I don't know if everybody looked at it this way, but striking for me always seemed like an emotional thing. Oh, we didn't get what we're supposed to get. We're striking. No. You gotta give us ours. It's emotional. It's a principle. No, this ain't principle at all. This is about reacting to the market. This is chess, not checkers. It's the only way the market's going to react positively to what it is that you are not, which is being paid right. You're not being paid right. The market needs to be able to incorporate a price tag for that absence, friends. And so that's what it is, man. You make those who don't value you being gone live without you. And then they will realize what it truly costs to keep you around. Not what it is that they're telling themselves it is, because they don't have to live without you so long as they're doing this. See what I'm saying? So long as they're doing this. You're complying by taking the price, by locking in the price. You're complying by taking the money. You're complying by making sure that you get what it is that makes you feel like you're being paid for what it is you're doing, but actually you're not being paid what you're worth. They're telling you to take what you're supposed to have. Take it. This is what the market dictates. No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that if I have full compliance to everybody in the position. And that's what they're relying upon, the selfishness, the greed, and the overall self-centered nature of individual players and the lack of understanding and knowledge to know that this needs to be done. It's not emotional. It's not something that's going to be, you lashing out at your owner and being all kinds of disruptive. Nah, it ain't none of that. This is the same thing they would do if they were on the other end, because it's the only thing to do. This is how it works. It's chess, not checkers. This is a move, not an emotion. Strike. It's just what has to happen. So that's what I say, man. And if that happens and you ain't gonna have an NFL season, and that's exactly what they need, bro. At the end of the day, and I'm gonna tell people like I've been telling people, the NFL has shown me exactly who they are by way of the way they treat the players. You show me who you are, fam. And so that's what I gotta say. They need to understand that they are not low. I said the same thing when they hired Jay-Z to fix their problems. You didn't change your spirit. You're still the same people. You can hire Jay-Z to do your bidding, to help you connect with people you don't care about. But at the end of the day, you've already shown us you give a shit. And we know it. So I speak the way I do. NFL, man, I don't know if you guys see what I see, but I've been saying this for over 2 years. Your sport is dying. Your sport's dying. Why? Soccer, they're making all the money, dude. Basketball, they're making all the money, dude. There's no reason at all for me to send my kid to you when you treat them like this and your sport's so damn unhealthy. CTE, you have no handle on that. You don't even know what it halfway is. You can't even detect it in people until they pass away. I'm not sending my kid to you to get that when I know they're probably not going to get CTE in any other walk of life. I don't hear about no basketball players CTE. I don't hear about no baseball players getting CTE. I don't hear about no hockey players getting no CTE, no soccer, football, none of that. Boxing, UFC, none of these people get that, but the NFL, it seems. It's the only sport you ever hear about it, but it ain't the only sport where you get constantly hitting the damn head. So what's that about? Why doesn't Mike Tyson have signs of CTE? Why doesn't Floyd Mayweather? Well, we know he don't ever get hit. But the point is, these people get hit in the head in their sport. If it's a head thing, why the hell do we not see it over there? All I'm saying is the NFL needs to understand that if I'm a high-level athletic family, I got other avenues to get more money, to be more safe, to be treated better. I just gotta want that sport for my kid. The kid just gotta love the sport. And they can find avenues where they can take their athletics and their intellect, and they can apply it to something else, get 3 times the money and twice less the headaches. There's no purpose for you no more. Your sport doesn't even have international flavor. They don't even want to call it football nowhere else outside of your damn country. You don't have anywhere to go but here. And you treat the people here like you don't care nothing about them. So I'm telling you, you ain't got long for this earth, NFL. I don't care how many people love you to death. The talent ain't going to be coming to you. They're going to go to soccer and they're going to go to basketball. They're not coming to you. So it don't matter how many people love the Cowboys. You're going to be watching garbage soon enough. Because it ain't going to be the best athletes there no more. Just telling y'all can't keep doing this to people. You can't keep treating black people who are athletes and white people who happen to be athletes like they're garbage. NFL. Because that's what you're doing. And you've been doing that. And you stand on it. And I tell you, when I say you show me who you are by standing on the mistreatment of others, that's exactly what I mean. You show me who you are. So I know better than take a dime from you. I know better than to think that I can fix your brand from the inside out by taking a bag with you and then bringing Kendrick Lamar on stage or some stupid shit. That ain't going to change the hearts of those people. Not at all. Sorry, Jigga. I just had to be honest about that. And I got love for both of them. In fact, I pray for both of them. They're both on my prayer list, ironically enough. So it ain't about me not liking them. But you're not going to change those owners and those big wigs' mind about how they treat the thoroughbreds. And quite honestly, I don't like it. I have a bad taste in my mouth about their league because of that. Because I don't like how they've been treating black folks. I don't like how they dismiss black players. I don't like how they treat players of all kinds in a lot of different ways. Not giving these people their money. Joe Burrow should have been paid. Why the hell wasn't Joe Burrow paid, NFL? He just got hurt yesterday. He went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. He's arguably one of the best quarterbacks y'all got in this generation. He ain't had his money. Like, it's like, yo, I don't have any kids. I'm not athletic. I don't come from an athletic family. But if for some reason my kid is athletic, we're going to be focused on every damn sport except for the NFL for a million reasons. None more so than his health, though. None more, though, than he could just get paralyzed, just getting hit one time, and no guaranteed money would be coming his way. In theory, maybe. It depends. It's like, yo, man, why are we even doing this, bro? You know they offering $750 million to kick a soccer ball around in Saudi Arabia? Like, I don't need to deal with the NFL and that nonsense. They want to pay the best players that play the running back position $6 million when they're going to make $6 billion off of their backsides? Man, get out of here. What are y'all, slave owners? Get out of here. So yeah, the No Fun League gonna understand where I stand, bro. I don't play games with them. I'm an NBA fan. I'm a Lakers fan. I don't need the NFL at all. At all. And quite honestly, neither do you if they're gonna continue to treat their players this way. So that's what I'm telling everybody, man. We ain't not playing with nobody. Why? Because we're temporary beings here, and there are things that are gonna be happening after our lives that we don't want passed forward to others. Nah. Not while I'm living will I not speak on things that need to be spoken on here. And if something bad happens to me, something bad been happening to me. Them, which is why I had to speak. So that's pretty much it, man. I hope that I did some good here. I hope everybody checks their accounts. I hope the running backs strike. And I hope everybody's doing well, man. Really. Really. I don't have bad energy for anybody. If anything, I'm fighting for good people who are not getting what is best for them. And that's what we're going to continue to do so long as we're aware of how to do so. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. Wow.